All right, everyone, back with part two. All right, guys, gonna start breaking down some of these new videos, these audited videos, the ones that I believe that are straight up and legit. Now, I know a lot of these auditors are, like I said before, controlled opposition. If you guys don't know what that means that they are playing a role. They're basically agents of the government, and they are going around um, pretending to be auditors, and they're the ones that are really instigating stuff and antagonizing stuff, and they're the ones that are really popular, like the James Freeman, News Now Patrick, the ones that are really popular. Those guys are government agents. Not to mention News Now Patrick's, excuse me, News Now Houston. News Now Patrick's a Freemason, and News Now Houston, or whatever it was, what it used to be, Dave Wardle or whatever, as a known child molester and sex offender. So I don't know why anybody would support that. But anyways, guys, we're going to get back to this Utica situation. As you guys remember, these tyrants were abusing these guys' rights. So you guys remember part one, we ended with him driving off. Part two, right when this cop was driving off, we got tyrant number one over here, the first one that showed up, Sergeant, who just assaulted this guy. So let's get to it. Now remember what we said before on part one, guys. This is an ego battle, okay? You can see right here, this guy's mental. He's got problems. He needs to be off the streets. He absolutely wants to fight these people for sticking up for their constitutional rights. Now, like I said before, these two guys are trying to goat these cops so they can get a lawsuit. Now, these cops are trying to goat these people and assaulting them or doing something stupid so that way they can arrest them and have justification for their actions. But these civilians are smart. They're not going to fall for it. However, the cops are going to fall for the trap that these guys set because they're trying to get a lawsuit, which is clear. He's through that guy, as you guys can see right there on the ground where my cursor's at. That's his $1,000 phone. That's his $1,000 cell phone right there. And he assaulted him, smashed it out of his hands. Again, two sets of rules. Look at him smiling. This guy's smiling, laughing. He thinks it's so funny. So not only do they support each other, these boys in blue, which they look like their family, by the way. Not only do they support each other, but they think it's funny the way that they treat the citizens. Two sets of rules for because if these people would have walked over and pushed against them to get in their car, they would have been arrested. If they would have walked over and slapped the phone out of their hand, they would have been arrested. So it's just two sets of rules.
You don't have freedom of speech while you're on duty, you fucking retard.
Fuck you.
Fuck
Sure
you.
don't.
Fuck you, you asshole.
Bring it.
Little dick sucker.
Yeah.
You ain't shit without that badge and gun, punk.
Arrogant motherfucker.
You ain't shit without that badge and gun.
You need to just shut up and leave. You're dismissed, asshole.
Fuck you, you're dismissed. I'm sitting here. I'm freedom of speech. Little Willy Wonka munchkin motherfucker. Here you go.
Oh, now it's an unlawful detainment, you fucking idiot.
I'm just letting you know you need to back up.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Guys,
You
give me a
tell
second.
him to back up.
I'm just letting you know you need to back
Tell
up.
him to back up.
Yeah,
Just blocking the vehicle.
They're not doing anything wrong. This guy, of course, they're agitated. Okay, all right, they're going to be agitated because you have assaulted them and violated their rights and smashed their camera out of their phone, and you think it's okay. Okay, look at them. And these guys know that they're being live streamed for the world to see. That's scary, guys. These guys know they're being recorded, know they're being live streamed, and that's how much they don't care, and they still act like this. That says everything.
Just back up
Out
a
of
little
control,
bit and let him
guys. It's
talk to him.
qualified
You
immunity.
guys moving?
No, I don't have to.
Put the dog back on a leash.
Yeah, put him on a leash.
Oh, now you're trying to assault me with a car, you piece of shit?
Wow, y'all are a bunch of times here, guys.
All right, they're gonna close the chunk here, guys, and you're gonna be able to see what these two sergeants did. How they assaulted and violated his Fourth Amendment
What's that
right
other sergeant's name?
and broke this guy's phone,
He
which is
bent
over
my fucking
$1,000,
trunk
which
lid.
I think in the state of Michigan is a felony.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You bent my trunk lid, asshole. You bent my trunk. I'm gonna sue you, you piece of shit.
You see what how they're
Fuck
lost
you
to?
idiots.
See what they're saying?
Wow.
The words are coming out of their mouths right there because that was what their intention was. Lawsuit, complaints. So that's what these guys' full intention was. Now, I'm not saying that that was their intention to start off, because, you know, maybe it was. Maybe they agitated the guy and maybe got his attention, the guy who called the police. Maybe they agitated him enough, because a lot of these auditors are pretty belligerent. They do go out of their way to make sure that they get people's attention and kind of ruffle their feathers, so that way they can make sure that the police get called, because that's what they want, is the police interaction, because that's what people on YouTube want to see. So that's what these people are trying to do. They're trying to provoke the police as much as they can without getting arrested. Now, I get it. The police don't like being recorded, but they have to understand when they take a public job that becomes a part of it. There's just some things you have to deal with, and that's just a part of it. So to treat these people like that because, you know, they're recording you is totally wrong. To be tyrants, to be badge bullies, which is what they are, is totally wrong. Badge happy, badge powerful people, and they know they're not going to be in no trouble, guys. So
God damn.
see, they're smiling and laughing because they know they're going to get paid. They know it's a lawsuit. See him violate his rights. Now this right here is where he's gonna smash it out of his hands. Yeah, this is how it is, guys. Boys black and blue, boys back in the blue, backing each other instead of backing what's right. Okay, this cop knows that that other cop is wrong. Now, I think they're family personally because they look very, very similar. Now, I don't know that to be the truth, so I'm not going to say that, but they look very similar. But as you see, look, he's acting like the civilian's in the wrong. So, smash his camera. His camera's still on the ground right there where my cursor's at. Look at him. He just gets away with everything, as you guys can see, and he's used to it. So let's fast forward a little bit. They're gonna go down to the police station, try to make complaints, and of course they're gonna get stymied.
Up on that call. Thank you very much.
They're also eventually, because they can't get these guys to leave. See, instead of just being smart and giving these guys the complaint forms and just getting it over with, they try to bully these guys and hinder the process and, you know, not come out there and ignore them. And all they had to do was stay behind the thing back there until 5 o'clock or whatever time they had to close and kick these people out. They didn't have to sit there and violate their rights and treat them like this.
Walk away, really, you douchebag. I want every officer's name and badge number that came on that call. Quit trying to hinder the process. It's a complaint process. Hindering, that's a crime.
Absolutely.
That's right.
And that's what she's doing. That's her job, is to hinder complaints. Stop any complaints coming through.
Can I get the
That's just a small town, guys, so they're used to getting away with everything. Like I said, I'm from
You'll be in the
Michigan,
lawsuits.
and Utica's not very far from where I'm at. And these small towns, these cops think they can get away with anything because they're not used to being held accountable, and that's a problem. Okay, these guys are tyrants. Okay, they think they can get away with whatever.
Do them, bitch. Oh, we need the Attorney General on this? Yeah. No problem. Yeah, we'll get the Attorney General. Won't be the first time. We know all the pertinent law codes to file against this entire department. Do you want to fucking go down that road? Yeah, they do. They absolutely do. Well, she might be going back there to get all that information, though.
No, she's trying to stymie you and block you and hinder you, so that way you guys leave until you get bored. These guys stay in there for like 45 minutes, an hour, until they finally come out and arrest the one guy. And of course, the guy with the ego problem is the one that's going to come out and do that.
Yeah, there went that little piece of shit.
Yeah, staring out. He keeps staring out.
Yeah, he's probably on the phone with his chief right now saying, I fucked up, man.
No, he's not. He's probably laughing and they're reviewing the body camera because they think it's funny because they're not used to being held accountable, and they got qualified immunity. They didn't
Yeah, they're
expect the
all
news
up
to
in
pick
there.
this
Oh
up.
yeah. Yeah, they're doing their little piggy huddle. They're getting their story straight.
Yeah.
Because they know they stepped off in it this time. They don't mess with somebody who knows
See,
their
the
rights and
woman
knows
up
the law a
front, when
little
she
bit.
came in,
Three
she
cameras.
was all trying to be nice and polite. Can I help you? And then they said, yeah, we need to talk. We need to, but you guys, sorry guys, you need to go watch the full video for yourself. But they said, yeah, we need names and badge numbers. And for these people, you know, these 5 officers who showed up on scene, she said, no problem. I'll be right back with it and get it for you. And she does not return.
Who's got it? Besides yours.
Apparently, we know the law better than they do.
Really not. What can you just walk in on? I guess
These will be going in on every officer that was on the scene.
it was probably one of the craziest police interactions I've ever seen. That's saying a lot, because I've seen a lot.
That wasn't that crazy.
I mean, then one sergeant comes walking over from the paint guy and he says it's nothing.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, boom.
Boom, yeah. Little dickhead Munchkin detective thought he was hard.
Well, he's a sergeant. He had a
So as you
sergeant's
see,
name.
guys,
His
they're
name
kind of
and,
antagonistic.
Yeah,
They're
he ain't gonna be a
following
sergeant
but
for
hey,
long.
that's what they're within their rights. I mean, I wouldn't be like that personally, but that's within their rights, and they're just trying to. They could get these guys out of here quickly. Say, here's the paperwork. There you go. Okay. These people aren't saying they want to sit there and talk to somebody and file it right now. They're just asking for the papers and they want to know badge numbers. Okay. But these people don't want to give it, even knowing that their own brothers and boys in blue are going to be the ones that investigate it. And the mayor actually shows up at one point throughout this, guys. You'll see when you go watch this full video, and he basically, you can tell, just another Freemason sticking up for other Freemasons, saying basically, I'm not saying I believe, you know, he's saying the mayor says, I'm not saying that I believe you that happened, but I am concerned. You know, you'll go watch it. The mayor's totally trying to stick up for him and block. You know, them from getting in any trouble.
How are you, Mayor?
Mayor?
They stick up for their own. Yep, here's the mayor.
Yeah, we were just assaulted by officers.
Have you talked to
Sergeants, 2 of them.
Have you talked to dispatch about it? Or?
We're trying to get their names and badge numbers because they refuse to identify. The one
Like, this is bad.
sergeant bent the trunk lid of my car trying to pull my trunk down.
Yeah,
to get
and
my
violated
papers.
your
It was
Fourth Amendment
100%
right.
unlawful.
The other guy
Illegal.
assaulted the other guy and smashed his phone.
So your city's just got themselves a lawsuit, I can tell you that right now.
Which they did, but if a smart man wouldn't announce that. A smart man wouldn't say that, especially right then while you're recording.
When everyone's got cameras pointed at it. We have roaming around and, you know, this is council chambers.
Which is public.
They're in such a hurry to get their YouTube views that they won't
still
even
public.
edit out the fact where they keep saying that they're going to sue.
Help you and talk to you about complaints, but if you're going to be confrontational, that's not going to help.
Confrontational. They're not confrontational. You know,
And I'm just,
the way they've been treated, of course, their blood pressure is gonna be up a little bit, and they're gonna be a little bit elevated in the way they speak. They just were assaulted and treated like crap by your not only officers but sergeants.
That's the mayor.
That's the mayor?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Is it okay for your officers to assault people, smack their phones out of their hand, cuss at them?
see, this is how we're starting this conversation.
We already said that.
I'm asking because I'm pretty upset about
I'm trying to be calm with
it.
you.
Yeah, I'm calm.
And,
He just talks
He
loud.
is trained.
I'm just loud. I'm sorry.
He is trained.
but when you just start a conversation
Yeah.
with a very, you know,
Wait till you see.
Well, that's what happened. Okay, you just don't want to deal with the truth. So we're gonna fast forward, guys, to when the cops come out and try to bully
so
them.
what the real thing we have.
Phone calls from the live. Yeah, that piece of shit cop.
Nope,
Oh, they're already getting phone calls from the live stream, aren't they?
wrong spot.
Could
Sorry.
be.
All right,
Utica Police Department, that was.
I don't think he knows how to answer a phone.
That was
all right. We're gonna.
That was bad.
Here we go.
That guy right
Now watch what they come out and say. Watch how they. He says, "Oh, you can make a complaint any other day but today." Huh?
accusation of wrongdoing.
Pardon
Right.
me?
Okay. We're not taking your complaint today. You have to come back tomorrow to make your complaint. You can make as many complaints as you want tomorrow.
I think you need to just take yourself out of the situation, because right now, what you have is a conflict of interest.
Okay, for right
So,
now, you are
okay,
loitering.
so you need to go
You have
away.
It's
two
not
minutes.
loitering, they
You
have
have 2 minutes.
business
Go
there.
away.
The mayor, it's fine.
Go away.
You have 2 minutes to leave the
Go away.
building. If you don't leave,
Which is
in 2 minutes,
unlawful.
you will be arrested for trespass.
Then arrest him.
Unlawful
Then
behavior.
arrest him. You have 2 minutes to leave. Then arrest him.
We just need names and badge numbers and
Who
we'll
decided
leave.
2 minutes? If you can't read, I don't know what to tell you. My name is
I
right
don't
there.
see
That's
your badge
all.
number.
There was 5 cops that showed
Right
up.
there.
There's only
My
3
last
cops
name.
right there.
Right there.
And they don't know
Film
all
it.
their badge numbers. I
You
do.
have 2
How
minutes
about
to
yours?
leave. Oh, you have
How
2
about
minutes
yours,
to leave.
sir?
I'm not leaving.
Yeah, you're gonna leave.
We can
No,
stay
I'm
in
not.
this lobby 24
No,
hours.
Like you got my
You're
ID?
disrupting.
Like you got my ID? We're not disrupting anything, you idiot.
RTLE.
See?
We're not disrupting
All
anything.
about
Yes,
you
you are. You need no
guys.
rock, shut up.
You cannot
Shut
look.
up.
I'm giving you mine already. It's Renelli, 376.
You
Thank you.
have a conflict of interest
You
here,
need to
and
go.
you need to exit.
You need to go.
I'm not
Can I
going
have your
nowhere.
badge number, please?
Count me up. Let's
Can
go.
you read or are you ignorant?
Look at him. He's
You
actually
see my
trying to
badge
be
there?
nice.
I didn't realize
Okay.
the badge number was
Can
on
you
there.
see
This
that?
guy's a
Okay, that's
problem.
all
He
you
needs to
need.
be out of law
Otherwise, you're
enforcement.
ignorant.
You need to back
He
off
needs
a
to not be able to
second.
retire with his pension and benefits. He needs to be fired and
There's
lose
no
it
more
all.
2 minutes.
Because he didn't earn those
Your badge number.
benefits. He abused the public.
Let's get the mayor, see what he
If
thinks.
you do not leave now, you
Why
will
are
be
you yelling?
arrested.
Look
Can I
at him.
please get your
Look at
badge
this
number?
cop. He's so
That's
happy.
all you guys
S1.
inside the badge.
Okay.
You're done. You're done.
What the?
You're done.
Really?
You're under arrest.
What the?
Would you like to go next? I'll leave.
Come on, let's go.
Now, leave now. I'm ready to make an arrest.
Oh, that's unlawful too. They just made him. They bullied him out of the place,
Can we
and
get
or
his
even
property?
arrested him. So as you guys can see, that's totally illegal.
If he says we can have it, can we get
Tyrants,
it?
and that's the way they treated him. Now these guys hung out at the police department for another hour and live streamed until he was released, and I'll show you the very end where he was released, and then we'll get to the news footage, and then we'll end it there.
Now I have to go live.
Oh, I guess they don't show him getting out in this one. You gotta go watch the full video. He does get out after an hour. They release him. They end up charging him. They tried charging him with loitering. Then it went to disorderly conduct, and went to something else. I think that they ended up settling on disorderly conduct, which obviously didn't happen. So, all right, guys. And now the next we're gonna get into is the video. So stay tuned for the news article of his suspension, which isn't really a suspension, it's a paid vacation. All right, guys, as you guys can see right here, it says Utica officer suspended for confrontation and viral video. As you guys seen in the last video, those police officers were complete tyrants, completely rude, wrong, unprofessional, just absolutely, terrible towards the public, towards the citizens that they supposedly serve, and absolutely, they didn't care about being investigated. They didn't, and this is just a paid vacation for this guy. This is just a paid suspension. Now, I don't think I can share very much of this news article because, obviously, the copyright laws, but I will show the very end where it shows what basically he's getting suspended.
Steve Jones is the man that was taken into custody. He's from Lansing. I spoke with him through email tonight, and he said he was in jail for about an hour and was released. Charges remain in effect tonight.
Yeah,
but
the cops have not dropped the charges, which they're not going to right now because they obviously have to try to defend themselves, to try to justify their actions like there was a reason for what they did, and we all know there wasn't. But those charges will eventually get thrown out, and these people will end up winning a lawsuit. Now, I truly believe that that was their intention all along. Now, I didn't see the beginning, the confrontation with the other person. If they provoked that man, whatever, I don't know what happened. Supposedly, their story is and obviously they didn't do nothing wrong because the cops didn't arrest him and the cops didn't, say anything to him. So obviously, the guy just said that they pulled the camera up and tried to record them. So without us jumping to any conclusions and assuming anything, let's just say that he pulled his phone up. Maybe he was talking to somebody, or maybe he was FaceTiming somebody or whatever, and the guy just thought he was recording him. He got offended. Said he was going to call the police. Which a lot of people are Karens and Nancy's, if you want to use those words. I can't stand those words, but some people call them those. But a lot of people, are triggered very easily. So it's very possible. With that said, guys, I just wanted to kind of add a little bit, let you guys know the officer is supposed, they use the word suspended on paid leave or whatever until they investigate this. But all we know what that is, though. It's a paid vacation. They get to go home, get paid, and he's not going to get in trouble at all. If he does, if this goes real viral and maybe he'll get 2 days paid vacation. He's not worried about it, and it's never going to affect him. He'll still retire in a year and get all his bonuses, and he'll still go around treating the public the way he does. He probably won't learn from this because, as you guys can see, those cops are used to getting away with whatever they want to, doing whatever they want, and treat people how they want to, violating rights, obviously left and right. So, anyways, guys, I'm going to start breaking down a lot more of these videos. So hopefully you guys like this. Hit that subscribe button. Be respectful in the comments as always, and keep it popping as you guys do. It helps with the algorithm. And like I said, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I appreciate you. God bless you, and peace.